If you like the content of this video, please do press the like button and subscribe. We start with the very basics. In mathematics, a function is a rule that defines a relationship between one variable with one or more variables. If a variable y depends on a variable x, we say y equals f of x. Formally, a function maps a set, known as the domain, onto a set, known as the range. It is important to note that there is a unique value of y for a given x. Sometimes, a function is defined by different formulae in different parts of the domain, as in this case. Such functions are called piecewise continuous functions. If a value does not exist for a given x in the domain, the curve is not continuous, and we say that the function is discontinuous. You can think about this as follows. If you are able to draw the curve without lifting the pencil, there are no gaps, and the function is continuous. Next, we define some simple terminologies. A function is said to be increasing function if its value increases with increasing x. On the other hand, if the value decreases with increasing x, the function is said to be a decreasing function. If the value of the function is the same for both positive and negative x, it is called an even function. If the value of the function is negative for a negative x, it is called an odd function. Functions can be classified as linear functions, polynomial functions, rational functions, algebraic functions, trigonometric functions, exponential functions, and, finally, as transcendental functions, which cannot be expressed in terms of algebraic operations. Much like numbers, functions can be added, subtracted, multiplied, and divided to produce new functions. In mathematics, function composition is an operation where the output from one function is the input to the second function. Functions can be scaled and reflected using simple operations. Here are the definitions of the basic trigonometric functions for quick reference. It is easy to establish a number of useful trigonometric identities using the trigonometric function definitions and the Pythagoras theorem. For the purposes of plotting a function, you can use readily available packages in Python. By now you have a pretty good understanding of functions, and we are ready to move to the subject of limits.